Some things about the machine that are good to know. Needle position should be, I don't have the right foot on right now, but needle position should be right in the dead center. And to do that, that's what this means. So if I go all the way to the left, you can see that I would hit my pressure foot. So this indicates that this one's in the middle. So you can see. And then this one is stitch width. I like mine kind of at 3, but 2.5 is generally pretty good. This at A indicates you have a straight stitch, which is pretty important. And then the other A there just means that when you move this all the way over, you get a stitch that's here. I don't really mess around with that too much. It's not super important. And then this one is the tension for your thread coming through here. Mine generally is at 3, but I have mine at 2.5 for the fabric that I was using. And then this one is also really important. This is your tension for your pressure foot. So this thing here, if you're using stretchy material, you want to have it at 0 so that it doesn't bunch up underneath. But if you're using like, I think it's like satin or something where you need like a really good grip, you'd move it to 2 or to 3, and then it's just, you can even see how much tension it's putting on it. See? So next up, this. I have an empty one, and I have my bobbin. So I'm just gonna close that up for now. And then there is a little divot here. Put it over there, push it over, that is very important. And then I'm going to be using this thread. And to wind the bobbin, you want to take the thread, put it through there, and make sure you check what direction this is going. It's going this way. So you want to take quite a bit of thread and then just wrap it around a whole bunch to start it off. See? And then it should stop, or you should stop it once it hits this part. Your bobbin is done. You want to put this back into this position, otherwise the needle doesn't move, and that can be very frustrating when you're like, why is this happening? I'm using my pedal foot and nothing's happening. So I want to make sure that that's put back over there. And then the next part, so I don't know if you'll be able to see this or if it'll focus, but right here is where you want to take the screwdriver and either tighten it or loosen it. And then when you put the bobbin on, you want to make sure that it's going, that the thread is going this way, and that when you put it through, it goes through like this, and then it'll click. And then when you pull it, it goes like this. And that's actually how you can test the tension, is that you pull it and it'll kind of tell you how tight it is. That's important because you can kind of gauge the top tension with this, try to feel how much tension there is. Machine. You gotta lift this little dude out here, this guy, click it in. So if you go like this and just push it, nothing happens. You actually have to put it in there, make sure it's in that position, let it go, unlock it, and then close it up. You're done with that part. And then to thread, we need our needle at this position. So you just rotate it with this up to here. And try never to use this thing, because it does kind of screw up your machine. That's how you get fabric or thread gathering underneath. So I go down, number 2, up through here. Make sure it's in there. Pull it all the way down to 4. Through there, and then I'm going to put it through the needle. And then generally pull it on about there. And then for this part, I will use this thing and roll it towards me. Okay, so it should have grabbed the thread below. You can see it down there. And another thing that's super important is that when you're sewing, you always want to make sure that this, you pull it at least there so that it doesn't get sucked up, and then let it go. Put this thing back on. Grab a piece of fabric. Put my pressure foot down. That's extremely important. Don't forget that. Sometimes I'll start by putting the needle in the work, but I have noticed that it does kind of screw up the machine. So I'm just gonna start going. Sometimes I will actually hold this thread to make sure it doesn't get caught underneath, like how it did. And then, I don't know if you know this one, but this, when you press this down, it will go backwards, and you want to do that. They say you only need to do about 3 stitches, but I am OCD and want to make sure my work doesn't fall apart, so I will go over it a couple times. And then lift it up, pull it out, and then, oh, or don't cut. It's cool too. Anyways, yeah, so that's how you do that. So yet again, not a very pretty stitch. So press your foot down so it's tight on the work. Pull this out. Hold on to it. This is yet again easier with 2 hands. And you want to do this at the beginning and at the end so that you don't lose your stitches. Make sure the needle's up. Press your foot up. Pull it over. And then make sure to always pull out your work. There you go.